Good evening. Today I'll be discussing about how we will take the business in the digital marketing to the global level. First one, let us understand is the international market all about. The companies which are selling their products other than their own country, they are called as international markets. Say, a Gokul Das Images, a textile company, if they sell their merchandise in India, they are domestic marketers. But if they decided to sell this to Nigeria or South Africa or Mozambique, then they are into the international market. When a company decides to enter into the international, their first goal is to identify the target market where they would like to sell their product. When the Anand Milk Union Limited, popularly known as Amul, decided to expand their milk business internationally, they have funnelized the countries where the large number in countries like United Yemen, similarly, large number of America. Today you can see Amul is having products in Middle East, in Singapore, and United Kingdom, also in the United States of America. Thus, how Amul has identified their international market. They knew that the Amul as a brand is having high brand equity among Indian consumers across the world. Therefore, it narrowed down on two parameters where the permanent Indian origin of people are there and also non-residential Indians are there, and identified those countries which are in large number, and Amul can get maximum profit from these countries. Today, Amul is available in Mustafa Mall in Singapore. Right. The first point is very clear. When a company decides to go global, they have to identify a target market. And the important question, we have to understand how do we reach to the target markets. We are not just talking about shipping the reach of the product. We may go through sea route, we may use air route. We can work with road routes also to the countries like Nepal, Bhutan, and etc. The objective of this session is using the digital marketing to reach other countries. Today, we have a YouTube that is accessed across the world. We have Instagram, Facebook, Google, lots of applications are accessed all over the world. Thus, which platform is very popular in a particular country. You would like to highlight about your product in the China. Google may not be the right idea. It may be an index. In many countries, Amazon has taken over the ad world from the Google. Look at the growth of Instagram or WhatsApp. It has taken a share from the Facebook, and Google has to stop the service on the Google Plus or Orkut. That means it is not just identifying the international market, but also how do we reach them. Thus, we need to understand people from countries. Yahoo or Bing or maybe on the Google, what are the keywords they are searching, what language they are using it. France may use French words, Germans are adjusted to their Germany words. Therefore, how people search, it is about not about only the languages, also about the operating software they are using it. Few countries are opting Linux, few are working on Unix, some are working on the Windows, somebody accessed on iOS, Android. So how people search? Another important factor is the device they are using to search. Whether the maximum number of respondents are at clients where the company would like to expand internationally are using the internet, using desktops, laptops, mobile, laptops or rolltops. Thus, understanding the search traffic and competitors. Coming back to the example, if the Dabur would like to sell their product in Africa, they have to understand how the fair and uses in those countries. How Procter and Gamble sell their fast-moving consumer goods in these African countries. Hence, digital marketers not only have to study about the product and their company's core competencies, also distinct competencies they possess and how the market is reacting to the competitors' digital marketing campaigns. As we go ahead, the price in certain countries, due to the technology, video may not be the right option, but still companies pay huge money for the text messages. But in advanced countries where the 4G and the 5G implementation is already done, the video consumption is more, therefore the advertisements on the video is higher compared to the text message. When the company decides to go global, they have to look at pricing strategies adopted by others in the market. Today we are moving into the data analytics revolution. When you link your blog, when you link your website to the Google Analytics, it gives you huge data. The traffic sources, the country of origin, the operating system, the popular post, number of people have used, how much time they have viewed, how many likes, the shares, the tweets, retweets, subscriptions. A number of data is posed in front of the customers today, or to the developers, or to the advertisers. Thus, how do we use this digital marketing analytics for giving a better customer experience? For that, there are many tools Google has identified. One of them is Google Trends. Google Trends will give us data on which country, which topic is discussed in length today. For example, somebody is discussing on coronavirus in Belgium today. It's not just enough for the marketers. Say they may be discussing when the coronavirus will end and how businesses will come back in the Belgium. Now that's where I need to finalize just from the coronavirus and the business comeback. And we have to look at what are the other various terminologies used in the Belgium for the business. Some may be looking at importing an electronic manufacturing, or maybe a PPA kit, or maybe a mask, or anything else. If you're in that category, check out those keywords and develop your campaign. The campaign can be built manually by the company. Also, Google has automated these text messages. Now, there are various geographical data also popping up in the digital marketing today. If you look at the trend, particular country I can select, particular week trend, or particular day trend, live data we can see. For an instance, before I get into digital marketing and explain what is the live data, look at the Worldometer website, which gives us the corona updates throughout the world hourly basis. We'll come to know how the corona has affected United States of America, Spain, then Russia, Iran, and India. Hourly basis. There's a live data. In the digital marketing also, there are many people are searching for how people are purchasing. Maybe the searching for the product. Recently, Germany has started their football league matches. People have stopped searching about the corona and come back about the result of the German football league. Therefore, it is not just trending on a particular word called corona, but also about German football league. And can you build an advertisement on Munich or a Frankfurt team that attracts the customer in the German? Very important aspect in the digital marketing when your company decides to go global. Can we have a single language content? The answer is absolutely no. Japanese would like to have their content in Japanese language. Chinese would like to have the content in the Mandarin language. Spanish people would like to have the internet content in the Spanish language. In India, we have huge number of languages: Kannada, Tamil, Malayalam, Marathi, Hindi, Odia, Bengali. Hence, one important marketing is, can I develop a content very specific to the country where I'm targeting in their own languages? Obviously, there are two important questions we need to address when we decide to translate the content of our web page or advertisement to the local languages. There are many things that will use automated tools like Google Translate and convert the messages, but there are certain mistakes bound to happen when you translate from translators. Hence, it has been advisable to use manual translators or expert translator services when a company decides to convert the content from one language to another language. But an essential thing is you have to convert the content from one language to another language today. We are in a transition stage. Microsoft has recently launched HoloLens technology, which can speak in any language which are authentic in the world today. Today I'm speaking here in English. My HoloLens can speak in front of me in Kannada. But the time to implement commercially such technologies takes time. Till then, it is advisable to use the expert translators to convert web content from one language to another language. The digital marketing infrastructure requirements and system requirements also huge, because you get the traffic from various countries. Time to get the data also varies. Today, I'm speaking here in the evening. It may be a night somewhere. It may be a day, early morning somewhere. Therefore, the data flow will be continuous. I need a server which can work effectively to collect the customer data. Hence, we need to implement a better system in the place. When a company decides to go globally, they also need to think about what package they are using. Well, certain countries are very particular, where if the packaging is done with a plastic, they will not accept it. Plastic is banned in many countries. A few countries want a complete discussion on the packaging about various dietary contents in the product. A few countries want to write "handle with care" on the packaging. Thus, a company which decides to go global have to come with a complete description on the packaging and customize to a particular country. The tax and regulatory environment also differs from a country to country. In a certain country, GST is on the single taxation. But in a country like India, we have multiple slabs. We have 5%, 8%, 12%, 18%, and 24%. Therefore, a company like Nestle, which sells the product in India, has to understand the taxation completely, and some of their products may come into the 5% bracket, some of them may go for 18% bracket. Thus, when a company decides to go global, the knowledge about this tax is necessary. The legal and regulatory frameworks are different. In Saudi Arabia, you cannot use the women in advertisements, which is banned. Liquor advertisements in most of the Middle East countries are illegal and punishable offense. Therefore, a marketer needs to understand the legalities of the country where they want to sell the product. Certain countries are not that great in a digital payment yet. They would like to go with their physical cash. Therefore, we have multiple options today. Cash on delivery is there, debit card payments are there, credit card payments are there. We also have a unified payment interfaces. UPI systems are there, net banking is there, barter systems have come back into this picture, bitcoins are there. When a company decides to trade globally, the knowledge about the payment system in those countries are essential. Apart from this, a company need to know how do we ship the product. So we have to send our product to the United States. If the parcel is very small, I can use the India Post and US Post or FedEx. But if the product that I'm selling is huge, require a particular container and have to sell through the ship only. If a product is perishable in nature, like vegetables, then I think about sending goods via a cargoes. Then how do we deliver the goods? And also there are no changes from a country to country. Some countries, e-commerce has seen the rapid development. So the door-to-door delivery is possible there. The transportation infrastructure is excellent. Customer waiting time is less. But in certain countries, e-commerce has not seen the beautiful world yet. So physical retailing is a must there. And what are the refund decisions? If the product is not satisfied by a international customer, can you ask him to send it back? Or can you dispose the product in those countries only? And if at all the customer is allowed to send back, what is the money that you are deducting from the total amount paid by the customer? Until what time? These decisions need to be taken while a company decides to go global. How do we validate this global market? Because a few countries maybe we know, we are having the knowledge like USA or UK or maybe some of the European countries, Australia like that. But if somebody asks a person to tell about St. Kitts Island, how this market is, or Makwa, how this place is to sell the product, we will not be having complete information about these countries. Therefore, we look into the information before we make transactions with those countries. Google has come out with one of the important tools that's called as Google Market Finders. You will find a traffic for the keyword. Say, for example, you are selling a pickle. And what is the market for the pickle in Scandinavian countries? You can find out how people perceive about the pickle in Scandinavian countries from the Google Market Finder. There are other people also like a Bing, they have keyword planners, and the Google is also having the keyword planners. These keyword planners, they will tell you how the keywords are selected by various people while they set their advertisements. Whether it may be a search advertisement or it may be a display advertisement. This will help us to get insight about keywords that company can use to sell the product in the international market. As I told in the slide number 1, analytics plays a crucial role in providing the insight about the business. Here, the company will get the knowledge about the people consumption behavior, the market basket analysis, purchase intentions. Let me take take an example and explain this how the Google Analytics will decision. Google has come out with another tool called Think with the Google. In a Think with the Google, they come out with the reports on a consumer behavior. How the consumer behavior is changing every month in a particular country. And insights about the consumers are provided by the Google. These reports will help the marketers to take better decisions to sell the product globally. As I told, it is not only about the translation important in the international market, but can you localize the product? A product may be having different names in a different country, or maybe different states. A food item or maybe a fruit can be called as chiku somewhere, sapota somewhere, another name somewhere else. So what is the real name used to the target market where we are selling? If at all you are a vegetable supplier or fruit juice seller, how do we customize, localize this content? So therefore, it is not just the translation, it is also about localization of the content that is important for the digital marketer. Now, obviously the question that comes here, we advertise across the border. Now, I will be using the Google Keywords Planners once again to find out what are the keywords popularly used. Many times you might have seen a learner uses the word like the best MBA college, the best MBA college in Karnataka, the best MBA college in Belgaum. So what is the keyword they are using is the best college, the best college. Can an advertiser use such keywords and develop the advertisements? The second one is, what is the source which the customer is coming to our website? Whether he has come through the WhatsApp, directed from the blog, directed from the email, or from the Google search engine. Why we are discussing this point is, assume that if the Amazon is getting certain orders from prasadkulkarnimarketing.blogspot.com, then Amazon has to advertise their products on the prasadkulkarnimarketing.blogspot.com. Therefore, you can target to the specific people. What's the importance of this in the marketing? Today, marketers are talking about influencer marketing. They are going away from the celebrity marketing and using the influencer marketing. These are the people who write on a particular content, have a specific fans. Now, this influencer marketing narrowed down to what we call as a micro-influencer marketing. In a micro-influencer marketing, the person who writes a particular content about a particular category of the product have a 10,000 to 1 lakh followers. For them, the reach is very important. They interact very well. They engage very well. If the company identified that their consumers are coming through these micro-influencers, therefore, then the digital marketer has to advertise on those micro-influencers or involve him in selling a product. Then what is the popular social media in a particular country? TikTok may be very popular in the China. may not be that popular in the US. YouTube may be very popular in India, but Vimeo is maybe popular in some other country. Dailymotion may be popular in difficult different countries. Google is very popular in India, but DuckDuckGo has made inroads in the European markets. So what is the social media platforms customers in those target countries are adapting and working? A company has to adopt social media platform. As we are into the digital marketing for the global clients, it is always better to get permissions, because in certain countries, permission marketing is there. That means you cannot advertise directly to the consumers without their knowledge. You have to get the permission of the consumers, then send your brochures, flyers, and other company related information. Thus, it is always better to start with the email marketing in the digital campaigning when you want to explore to the international market. Because if the customer responded to the email, that means he shows the interest in your content. You are redirecting to a company. Here he becomes subscriber or like or share. That means he has agreed to receive your feed continuously. That's a sign where digital marketers have done enough homework to enter to the global marketing. Second one is, as we say, it is not just about the localization and translation. A few countries have technical regulations, how your website should be, how your screen size should be for advertisement, how the resolutions should be. The electrical appliances have a different standards in the different countries. Therefore, a company has their website in a different market, not only from in the home country, but going to that country and check whether these websites work properly or not. Let us take an example and discuss about this. Google has come out with one more application that is called as Google Website Checker, or My Website Friendliness, Mobile Friendliness Check. Just write the URL of your site and go to the Google Mobile Friendliness Test. It will tell you whether your site is having a good feature for the mobile sites, also for the websites. If the font size is small, or some of the contents are coming out of the screen size of the customer, it will show there are errors in your site. Can you rectify it and change or modify the content so that it works properly on various devices? When we started working on the git.edu, our college website, many of the content on the git.edu has not come properly on the mobile. It was showing error messages on the website, of the website. That means the content developed on the git.edu is good for the desktop, but have issues on the mobiles. Similarly, in the international market, your content you specified for the India with a small width of the content or height of the content that you specify in HTML may not be opt in a particular country. So therefore, a fine-tuning of the website is required. The next point is we may get huge orders during the Dashara and Deepavali. But are your supply chains efficient enough? Customer may be demanding the product to be supplied next day, but do you have a logistics infrastructure to meet the customer needs? In a services marketing, it is always told that promise what you can. Therefore, Amazon clearly tells makes two divisions: Amazon General Delivery, Amazon Prime Delivery. Amazon General Delivery, they say it will take 7 to 8 days time to deliver the product. Prime, they say 24 hours required for shipping. So therefore, we need to supply chain. One has to have a clear knowledge about taxation and the regulation of those countries. If there is a necessity, review the business processes and modify to a particular country. How do we make the customer to buy the product or the global market? One is use your local talent who can speak well, translate it. And also use the payment system the people are familiar in that country. Also various clauses as I discussed in a GST. How do you make them beneficial to consumers? When the company decides to go global, have to have inventory for the international market, not only for the domestic market. So Samsung has to sell their product in India. They should know that the panels required for the Korea also, panels required for India also. So therefore, a good number of inventory is required when a company decides to go global. This, one has to have a good shipping partner because they should have expertise in those countries. Excise and customs are different from different countries. Protocols are maintained differently in a different country. Standard operating procedures at a shipping destination and airports are different. Therefore, a company has to identify a person who is having experience in those countries. It may be a DHL or a FedEx or UPS who are in business for many years and know how the clearance has to be done. They are the better people to be used in the international market. Added to this, when there is a query of the customer regarding the product, purchase of the product, installation of the product, or if there is a maintenance and repair of the services, company has to provide an online support or a remote support. And in case there is a problem, customer is not interested in the product, obviously you cannot, rather than identify the reverse logistics partner who can take the merchandise from the customer and ship it back and sell at a only. This will help the company to move faster in the international market. Right. So let me conclude about the modifications that have to do in the international market. One, identify the target market. Second, identify the keywords. Third one, identify the social media platform the company can use. Translate, localize, customize the product and the content and use a proper relationship mechanism of that country, use the decision making or analytical skills to make it better engagement with the customers. Completed One company adopts all these principles in the global market, they will succeed in a global market through digital marketing. Thank you.